Hello CX drivers and colleagues and friends and everybody. It's now 6 o'clock, it's Friday evening. I'm parked at the arse end of Heathrow Airport. I've just delivered an ADR job to a place called UCH Logistics in Slough. There's aircraft flying above me, and I'm rounding off my week, and it's been, for what is the first full week, surprisingly good. I've done quite well. As I said in my previous videos, there was ups and downs, and today was my last day, Friday, and I'd started off with an ADR job going from Manchester at 9 o'clock, so not an early start, nice and leisurely morning this morning. Had a brew, sorted the dog out, and then poodled up to Swinton, about half an hour away. Loaded up. It was nicotine, actually. Didn't seem all that dangerous goods to me, but nevertheless, I wasn't turning it down. I got a full ADR rate for it, and I took it to Holywell, which is just a bit outside Chester, sort of like North Wales, on the way to Prestatyn. Dropped it off, no problem, and set off going back towards Chester, figuring there won't be much around here. And I saw a lot of jobs popping up, actually, so I thought I'll pull in and I'll scattergun a load of quotes out, and that's what I did. And one had popped up that was quite interesting. They wanted an ADR driver to pick up from Llandudno Junction, which is near Conway, which is about 40 minutes from me, and they wanted it to go here, where I am now. So I put a price in. I thought I'll put a silly price, because obviously I've got to travel a bit to get to it, and then it's going to be a hell of a drive to get there on a Friday afternoon. But if I get it, it'll be worthwhile. And lo and behold, they rang me and asked me if I could get it. So I drove about 45 minutes to Llandudno Junction, picked it up, and set off. And of course, it was like, quoted as 4.5 hours to get there, because the traffic as usual was bad. I ended up going a slightly longer way around, and I ended up using the M6 toll, which I don't even know how much it is. I just paid with my card and drove through. I'll look it up later on how much it is, because I'll need to probably work out how I can get a receipt for that. I'm sure you can probably go online and get one, because that was cheaper. And the price I was getting for the job, which was generous, it was worth it. I didn't care. And I also didn't care the fact that if I get down there, I'm not bothered about getting anything back, because I've more than made my money today, and it's made the week, for what is my first full week on the CX, a very, very good week, a better week than I would have imagined I would have. It definitely has made a difference being ADR, because a colleague of mine, and I give him some credit again, tall man, small van, John, his name is John, by the way, said that he did look up once how many ADR drivers are on the CX, and there's only 90 odd, and there's thousands obviously of non-ADR drivers. So what work does pop up, I'm not saying it's prolific, you're getting a good shout at it, and you get a good price for it. The shippers seem to be keen to have you doing it, and hopefully, as these shippers recognise me as an ADR driver more and more, they might start looking at where I am and ringing me direct, which will be handy, and I might be able to get advance work booked in. So that's the aim anyway, because obviously it'd be handy to build up a reputation as an ADR driver, as well as a normal driver, because obviously you don't get that work all the time, and it's a cherry on the cake. It's made this week for me. If I had a week like this every week, I'd be more than happy. I don't mind, because every night I have been home in good time. I've not stayed out. This will be the only late night I'll have, and it's worth the money anyway. I mean, I can see the motorway from where I am, and it's chocker. So I'm in no rush to set off. I did consider finding somewhere to eat. I did look at a job going to Manchester, but it went. I put a price in, but it went. So irrelevant. I'm not bothered. I don't need to. I'm prepared to drive back. I might look on the feed as I'm mooching up north, and if there's something comes out in the Midlands, maybe going up to Manchester for a delivery Monday or something like that, I'd be prepared to drop in and pick it up. But I'm not fussed. It's not a big deal. So pretty good going. Pretty happy with everything that's happened this week. Start again next week. Nothing booked in for Monday yet, but I'll have a look over the weekend, see if I can grab something for Monday morning. You never know, I might get a phone call for an ADR job. But I'm not going to bank on those all the time. There's just a bit of cherry. On the other side, I've got myself some polo shirts with my company logo on, eh? Very professional. Got them done. It wasn't dear. I thought it just looked alright, but really speaking, I don't think I'm supposed to have them on, but sack it, when I do my own work, it'll look good, won't it? But apart from that, it's been a good week. I have taken a good amount of money. I will have spent quite a bit on fuel by the time I get home, probably around the region and the week. I've not added it up properly, but I've probably spent about £350 on fuel by the time I get home, and I will have to top the tank off again. I've got enough in here to get me home, but I'll probably have to fill it up to start the week again. So fuel's expensive, but you know, I have taken a lot of money by my standards. I'm sure there's guys on there taking wadges, but I was happy if I could take £1,000 a week, and I have exceeded that. I don't like to bandy the figures out too much because I was advised it's probably not clever to do that, but I will say better than expected, so that's great. Neil at Neptune, I'm glad you got your van back on the road, mate. I had a similar problem as that when I had a Peugeot Boxer. It didn't register the AdBlue going in, and that had to go back in and have it reset. It was done under warranty though, so there was no cost, but it seems as though that can be a problem. You put the AdBlue in, and if it doesn't register it, it gives you a countdown of miles and then it just won't restart. So you get to watch out for that, but it must be a problem on the PSA products, that, which I'm driving one myself, aren't I? So I'll keep an eye on that myself. I filled up with AdBlue last week. I tend to get about 2,000 miles and then it has to go again, and it's 18 quid or something like that now to fill it up, so that's another cost you've got to bear in mind. But good week. I'm not going to post anything for a while now. I'll only post it over after a week, or if something comes up that is of any interest and maybe useful to somebody. But I want to thank everybody who's watched the videos, and I thank those who subscribed as well, because I've actually got more subscribers for this channel than I've got in my band, the Anvaliers. If you ever want to look it up and give it a follow, I've got more subscribers on this now, so it just shows that people obviously must think our music's totally crap, but never mind, we enjoy it, don't we? Have a great weekend, everybody. Have a great week next week, and I'll post soon when I've got something significant to say. Thank you.